Motivation. Motivation is important. So I've got a whole section on motivation. What is the point? It's easy to start to do something, but to sustain, you're doing it for one's benefit often is difficult. One of the reasons is we expect to see results fairly quickly. And what we're talking about in increasing your ability to cope with stress, the results are not going to be immediately obvious. Indeed, the main goal is to keep people healthy as you go through the aging process. And that can take decades. But motivating you to do what we're going to be talking about is critical. And so let's take a look at aspects of motivation. And I will give you comments from people who have participated in our programs. To repeat again, stress is not going to go away. There will always be things that cause you to experience stress. And to maintain one's health, what you have to do is change the way your brain and that of children, the children you love and the children who love you, the people that you care about, the people that care about you. You've got to engage in behavior so that they will want to be like you. We can change the way your brain responds to stress. And if we can do this, and we can do it, there will be less depression in your life, more joy in your. To see results of using the stress coping techniques, it's important that you don't just use these techniques when you are experiencing stress. You've got to train your mind to use them, to respond to them. You've got to practice them so that when you need to use them, you know how to use them. You can't just wait until you're experiencing stress and then expect them to be effective. You need to use these techniques throughout the day when you are happy. And this is important because if you do this, your mind gets conditioned, your mind becomes more responsive to the beneficial aspects of using the various techniques that we'll be talking about. So, putting a smile on your face, and these are things we'll learn as we go ahead. Putting a smile on your face, doing a 15-second brief meditation, taking a couple of deep breaths. You do these when you are feeling good. You don't wait until you are not feeling well, that you're under stress, to do these. And again, by doing this, it will train your mind to associate the techniques you use with feeling good. They will be more effective. They will act more quickly. Okay? You have to sustain the changes that you achieve, the health changes that you achieve, by continuing to do the things that will keep you healthy. You've got to believe in the importance of your goal, and your goal should be being healthy as you continue to age and a meaningful role model for those who love you and who you love. I'll take the extreme. Somebody's smoking, and you try to tell somebody else, you shouldn't smoke, but you yourself smell of cigarettes. They're not going to listen to you. The only way you can get people to change their behavior is that you have to use those behaviors. You have to demonstrate to them that you use the behaviors. And this is important when we're trying to get children to change behaviors. The meaningful adults in their life must use the behaviors they want the kids to use. Where do kids learn behaviors from? When a child is born, they don't know right from wrong. Where do they learn their behaviors from? They learn from the people they love. And wouldn't it be wonderful if children learn from the beginning the use of healthy lifestyle behaviors? Then, when they are older, we don't have to be concerned about changing their behaviors. They're using the healthy behaviors. Now, when people are older and not using healthy lifestyle behaviors, we have to try to change those behaviors. Can we do it? Yes, we can do it. Is it easy? Sometimes it is easy. Sometimes it isn't. Will it be easy for me to learn to use these behaviors and techniques? Will I learn to do this quickly? Well, no, of course not. It takes time to learn to do things, to change behaviors. So don't expect an overnight success story. You must continue to do the things. You must sustain your use of them. You've got to practice them and repeat the techniques being taught to you. Look at this example. If you've taken piano lessons, you know that without practice, your mind cannot get your fingers to go where you want them to be. Your mind gets better with practice. It's the same thing with learning to use healthy lifestyle practices. The more you practice relaxing your mind, the easier and more effective it will become for you to do this. One concern that people have is whether learning to relax will make them a less effective person or negatively affect their work performance. Well, the truth is that a slight amount of stress often will increase your efficiency. You've got a deadline to do something. You have 4 weeks to do it. When do you do it? You wait until a day before, 2 days before to do it. And the reason is that a slight elevation of the stress hormones does increase your efficiency. However, I can't tell you what a slight amount is for you. And once you get above that slight amount, that's when things start to fall apart. That's where you have trouble focusing, thinking clearly, blood pressure problems, blood pressure going up, immune system, all the things that we will be talking about. But the bottom line is that learning to relax will actually make you more efficient. Learning to lower the concentration of stress hormones because you will be able to think more clearly and focus, which means you will get things done more quickly. If you can get things done more quickly, you create time for yourself. You become more efficient in your everyday life. You're calmer. You'll interact with others better. So you can think, well, golly, if I can do that, if I can react more calmly and be more interactive with others and think more clearly, uh, I've got more time to relax, to enjoy myself for leisure activities. Well, that's the ideal, but what happens for most people when you start getting more things done, you do more. Uh, it would be nice to be able to say, no, I can take it easy, but generally that's not what happens. When we become more efficient, we try to get more done. I told you that I was going to give you comments from people who have participated in our programs. And the next series of slides are just comments from people. They're not selected. We have so many comments like this. It just is important for you to hear from people like yourself. You can listen to me and maybe you don't trust me, but you'll trust people that are like yourself. So let's just take a look at those and you can read them on your own. That completes section 2, the section where I hope I've motivated you to want to engage in finding ways and using what we're going to teach you to keep yourself healthy. Now we're going to go on to section 3, where I'm going to tell you how the stress hormones affect the function of your mind.